here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as he'll get him down shy of the 20. The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 16 carries, 63 yards.
That's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
First down carry for Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing on second and 14. Tannehill. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
So here are the Saints now with great starting field position. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now on second and 13, Tannehill completes it to Fant on the right side. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And that will be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A former Volunteer back in Tennessee, it's Alvin Kamara. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Carr. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Got an open man. It's Olave. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Another impressive drive. So they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words is really what the Titans have. That's again is each time between those touchdowns. Defense has managed to put together the ball back. And they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the year. A 3-game winning streak really coming at the exact right time, Charles, to get them back into playoff contention.
And it's always a question of when do you want your football team to peak? And everyone always talks about you want to be playing your best ball going into the playoffs, but sometimes you need your best ball before that time. And this team, going into this stretch of games, they are certainly playing their best football of the year.
From the 35 on second down, Tannehill. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of wins.
The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Here's Carr to throw. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, it's Carr. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. Carr now on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. The Saints at 9-4 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Throwing his car on third down. And that is incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Ryan Tannehill and the Titans going to get the football back. He's been picked off twice in this ball game already, and he'll try to sort things out here as they begin with the first down. They begin with Henry. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw into the hands of Fant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Tennessee Titan.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Tannehill. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Tannehill throwing the out route, and he connects with Fant. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The focus goes back to Chris Olave, the Saints offense. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start, got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. On play action, now Carr. That one complete down the field to Smith. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his 13th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints are able to hold on to that first half lead. And they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Tannehill going right back to Fant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That's good for a Tennessee Titan.
On 1st down, Tannehill. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles. But that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away. Pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters. But in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
Carr now on 1st down. This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The lines move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Open man is the tight end Troutman. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 22 yards there, a first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Second down, and it's Kamara again. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Smith brings it in, going across the middle. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
What now?
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. Jamal Williams. Touchdown, touchdown now on the air. And the Saints take the opening kickoff for the 3rd quarter. Drive right down the field to extend their lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Jamal Williams who ended things with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Tannehill. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Kamara. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A 10th carry for Kamara. And this will wind up a Saints first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Kamara up the middle. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete there to Smith. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 33. 23 yards the pickup there.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Titans will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception's really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best.
And Henry's hit. He lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Kamara is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Lutz good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. Tannehill on first down. That's caught over the middle by Fant. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for his wideout.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he's taken down here by the Saints. That's the former Buckeye Pete Werner getting the sack. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Out onto the field comes Traquan Smith and the rest of the offense. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain, 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Carr. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it'll be Titan football. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. And they're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Let's go.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on 2nd down.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he's got some space here. And now off to the races down the right side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
3rd and 2, Tannehill. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods.
And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So this one a victory here